Welcome back, everybody, to Zisteau Plays Minecraft. This is episode number 66, if you're keeping track. We begin the episode exactly where we left off, the last one. Standing in Starlight Cavern, staring at an upside-down tree. We've been transported, exploded, flown, warped, teleported, whatever terminology you want to use. We are now in Zisteau Caverns once again, but something has gone really seriously wrong. Everything is upside down. But, okay, so first thing we've got to do, first order of the day. First thing you always do in Minecraft, you have to survive. Before you can build elaborate, huge, crazy structures or do whatever else you want to do in Minecraft, you have to survive. And a seriously nice addition in that would be to get a sapling. Please give me a sapling. Please give me a sapling. Oh, gosh. Oh, we got one. Okay, lovely. We got a sapling. Whew. Okay, was a little bit worried there for just a moment. We got one sapling. There are, I think, at least two, other leaf blocks in the area. There's also a little bit of coal, which I'll snag before we move on. So let's go ahead and break this guy, see if we can't get a second sapling. We did not, but we can grow that first one, and I'm going to try to grow it in a... We might even try to grow it here. Did I bring the dirt? I did not. Because the ceiling is higher, we might get a much larger tree, which would give us a better chance at more saplings, which we're going to need. Now, that would not be the end of the world. There's been some changes in the game. We have updated patches. This is going to update that gravel, but I guess that doesn't matter. Oh, it didn't. Okay, I broke that, but that did not update that block. Interesting. Interesting. So one of the changes in the game, which is going to be kind of significant over the long term, is that while glowstone is still easy to break with your hand, you have to use a pick to get anything from it. And instead of only ever giving you one glowstone dust, you now get 2 to 4. And the really significant one in a combination with that is that you no longer need 9 pieces in the 3x3 grid. To make glowstone, you need 4 pieces in 2x2. Oh my goodness, that is going to change so much. So if we had not have gotten a sapling from that tree, I was prepared to basically just get a whole bunch of glowstone. That would have worked. It wouldn't have been great because aside from torches, I mean, there's a whole bunch of other things we might want to make that require wood. I guess we can snag these boxes. We have established that all the chests are empty, none of the spawners work, everything's upside down. The world is fundamentally broken. Who knows what else is wrong with it? There's another leaf block over here. Okay, so we're in 1.6.6, the patch. And there have been some changes to the game, as you might expect, having there been a patch. One of the... Actually, I think there's another chest back there, but it's going to be empty. Now that I remember it. One of the changes to the game, besides the glowstone, they added maps, which we can't really make in this map as far as I'm aware, because we need reeds to make paper. And I don't think there's reeds in this map. It's just my recollection. I don't think so. We'll go ahead and grab these. We're going to need some storage while we're here. Okay, there's a sign. This probably says, like, food or something. Let's go ahead and grab the sign. Might need that. Not really, but who knows. And then... Oh, another chest. All these kind of things would have been useful resources, but we're going to have to play a little bit differently than we did last time. I mean, otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of coming back if you're just going to do the exact same thing, right? Okay, that's the only coal there. Okay, so there's maps in the game. There's also trapdoors, which I might make some use of. I'm not sure if they're activated by redstone in this patch. They probably are. Doors always have been. So there's trapdoors. Mushrooms spread. Mushrooms are now farmable as long as you have one of each kind. So that could be extremely useful because we were going to have a hard time getting food because there's not going to be grass. And there's not going to be the availability to get wheat. The way to get grass seeds has changed, or wheat seeds has changed. You no longer use your hoe on the grass to get a wheat seed. Now you have to break something new in the game, tall grass, which we're also not going to be able to find. So we're not going to have that either. Another change, I think, wasn't added until 1.6.6, which is the specific patch we're in. Is that bone meal will now grow tall grass on grass and also grow flowers. So if we ever do find grass, we can get bone meal, or we can get tall grass, we can grow wheat. So that's potentially an option in the future. There's also things like dead bushes and deserts, which is like their version of tall grass. I don't think you get seeds from those, though, if you break them. Let's see. Did I go? Oh, okay. So another thing which might be significant is that we have Okay, I thought I heard something. We have forever lost. Oh, I will snag the dirt. We have forever lost the use of minecart boosters. The trick of putting one minecart in motion next to another and having their speed basically additively change. That's forever gone, but as a sort of a side effect or to make up for that, boosters are now faster. So our minecarts are going to travel faster. Kind of neat. Oh, yeah, I did hear something. It's a spider. Okay, I'm not crazy. Give me that. Oh, that one updated. You see that? That gravel updated. The previous one I broke next to a mushroom did not. There's a spider somewhere. If you've never played Caverns, by the way, this is upside down. There are gravel traps in the ground. If you break some of this gravel, you'll fall down a pit and die. So that might be where the spiders are, just on the other side of that pit. Boats also like rise and fall quicker. They rise through water quicker, and they don't. Oh yeah, okay, right, gotcha. They don't fall down into water as far. Okay, I didn't get all that. That's okay. There's plenty of coal in the game. We now have wood. We need to grow some trees, and then... Oh, pressure plates. Pressure plates would have updated those blocks. If you walk on that normal version of the map, you fall down the hole, you die. You die. Okay, so I think what we're going to do... I'm going to head back to the Victory Monument room, and I'm just going to grow some trees, get some basic supplies going, and then we're going to strip mine this bugger. You send us all the way to Kaizo Caverns. How many of you? I got 4 and 6. Okay, that's enough to get going. You send me all the way to Kaizo Caverns. Against my will, I'm going to make the most of it. We are going to just drain it dry of all its resources. That's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to play right now. Let's see. Are there any other changes to the game that I might have forgotten? I think I went over most of them. There are other, like, tiny balance changes, and there's a lot of stuff for multiplayer, which doesn't really apply to us right now. But that's it. Okay, so, I suppose we can just grow our first trees right here, and then later we're going to move into a larger area. Let's go ahead and just plop it. Okay, that's not dirt. Dirt was there. Pop it down. Bam! There's our sapling. Grow me a tree. See? Lava expert. So I got 4 saplings, a little bit of wood, some coal, some glowstone, some torches, some cobblestone, all that kind of stuff. My tools and my armor are gonna break though, so we need to be able to replace them. So it is time to move on from our little temporary shelter at the Victory Monument. So I got a backup sapling in there. Backup sapling right there. Bam. In case we happen to lose the 4 we have. I've been hollowing this out a bit because I thought it would be a little bit more scenic if we could just kind of like have a shelf here to look down upon our new domain, which we might be stuck here forever. So let's pretend like that's the case, and we have to make sure that we can survive here long term. So one of the things we're really going to need, we're going to need iron to replace our tools, because my pick's going to break. My axe is going to break. Eventually, my other stuff will break as well. My shovel is going to last a while, but eventually it will break. So we've got to conquer this, because there is a veritable ocean, a sea of iron ore right there. But there are going to be quite a few enemies, and I've only got about 30 arrows. So we're going to have to, I don't know, just push through 1 block at a time. Let's go ahead and go down 1 more so I can do this. Then we have a natural stair step. Here comes a zombie. Zombie no biggie. On his own. But he's very rarely on his own. There are also slimes. Also not a big deal on their own. The tricky bit is when they are there to distract you from the creepers sneaking up behind you, or the skeletons. Oh, okay, you do not break up into smaller ones necessarily. Okay, yeah, maybe a little bit of a flanking maneuver is in order. We'll go along the edge here and just basically reduce the chance that monsters are going to spawn. If possible, I would like to avoid... Whoop. Yeah. I guess we're going to have to fight this guy unless he loses track of us. He did. Okay, he's stupid. His brain is decayed. He's got nothing left but bones. We're probably going to get to a certain point where we've got a max spawn situation, which could be bad. Mainly, I want to get some of this iron. Then I will at least be able to repair my armor. And then we can be a little bit more cavalier with the combat. I also need to set... Oh, okay. We're going to have to do some jukity-jukes. Alright, he did. Oh, and he dropped 2 arrows. Okay, that's good. Very good. Okay, so yeah, we need to get the iron, so at least I can replace my armor. Let's see, my helmet just broke. And if I can make... Whoa! Okay, there's... Oh, I'm down to half health. Okay. So, yeah, we need to get the iron, and I also need to start getting the production of the mushrooms going, because I've only got 1 piece of food left. And then we are out of luck, so let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and get some. And we'll go back to the Victory Monument and smelt it up. And slowly but surely, we shall push through here, and we'll probably end up living on the floor, growing a lot of trees, making this a jolly place to live. In the fullness of time, I'm not sure if we need low light levels to grow the mushrooms. I guess we'll just have to test it. I'll make 2 small little areas, one with darkness, one without, and see if they grow in both, or if there's a difference in rates of growth. That is 26. I think you need, yeah, that's probably about what you need to make armor. I can never remember the exact number off the top of my head, but it's something like that. Okay, good. Whoa. Dang it. Okay, I'm low on food. We're gonna have to do it this way. My ladder is right there. Don't think he can quite get to us from here. So if I do that, let's go and eat it. I need to go grow the mushrooms. All right, we're out of here. See you later. Oh gosh, go. One little skeleton making me flee for the hills. So we're gonna have to do this piece by piece, I guess. I might just make a bucket to speed up the process. Okay, so I've already got some coal, but we'll continue snagging it from here, and I'll make a more streamlined way to get to and fro via a ladder, probably. Or I continue the ladders we've already started. So let's go ahead and see if the mushrooms are going to grow in full light. If they can, that's awesome. I think they grow on stone, at least in this batch, right? Yeah, they do. Okay, we'll put one there next to full light, and then I'll go make an area with low light that I can wall off, probably in one of the old caverns. So there used to be a reason that I used to use the lava buckets so much. And I think I'm starting to remember just what that reason was. Turns out, when there's low mobility, and you're not very tanky, and there's no enchants and no potions, enemies are way more dangerous than they are in the current version of the game. Way more dangerous. So, basically, what we have to do, we have to fight fire with a little bit of molten stone. Okay, let's just do like there. Sounds good. And then let's see, where's another nice spot full of darkness? One thing we do need to work out or look out for are sparks. Oh, I did not fill up the other 3 buckets. Okay, let's go fill up all 6. Need to look out for sparks. I got set on fire a few times building this wall. I wasn't making any mistakes. I didn't make any mistakes with the lava. Maybe one, but not that many, just one. But more than once, I got set on fire by the stone being set on fire by a spark from the lava. So I need to watch out for that as we're walking across those catwalks. Okay. One more. This would be easier. This would be easier if, here, let's swap these out. If I had the buckets closer to my pickaxe. Okay, this will work. Okay, good. Close that up. This should light up the ground quite a bit more, and then we should be able to move in. Oh, something fell off. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay, you nailed... Oh, and okay, bow's not available. Bow not available. Bow not available, guy. Just a moment. Bear with me. I thought for sure I'm not going to need that bow. Another thing we're going to have to consider is how are we going to get more arrows? We don't have a good way, since the skeleton spawners aren't working. And there's no grass to get chickens. So we're going to have to, I guess, gravel and therefore arrowheads shouldn't be that big of a deal. But, yeah, we don't have a good way. Let me get those arrows back. We don't have a good way to get the feathers. We're just going to have to kill a bunch of zombies, I guess. More than likely, we're going to have to be kind of finicky with our use of... Oh, look at that. It's lovely. We're going to be finicky with our use of arrows. But once we have this lit up, that should be at least better. And I'm going to leave stuff like this dark. Lava bucket. Ho! Gonna leave it dark so that, well, there's a space for monsters to spawn. Parts, stuff like this. Like this might get set on fire. If we can't just linger there. We might run into trouble. Stick one there. Okay, 4 more, and then we shall go plant some trees. We're going to move in. It's going to be our new house. Our new house is the ceiling of the Cavern of Sky. Where's a good spot here? There really isn't one. Why did I build this? Oh, I bet I ran out of blocks. That is probably what happened. Actually, whatever. We'll just have one. Here, let's not be close to the source. Have to be careful. And then I built this little guy here so we could do that. 2 more. I think I'll keep 1, so we'll just dump 1 more. Oh yeah, this is going to be much better. Much better. That's going to light up all of that. Yeah, and another thing it's going to do, another sort of side benefit, is it's going to create a barrier through which enemies cannot pass. We can't pass through it either. But we can at least use it to narrow the directions from which we can be attacked. Okay, lovely. Let's see if we can get down here and have a little bit more success than the last time. The mushrooms are growing in the shade and in the bright areas. I guess we'll have it like that. They are growing slow, and the red mushrooms are growing really slow. Okay, we've got a few enemies here. 22 errors. But I think we're just, at least for now, in these big open chambers, we're going to have to deal with the skeletons with arrows. I might be able to juke them, but the ground is not flat, so it's going to be really tricky to do that. To get close enough to him by juking his arrows. It's possible. Not reliable. Okay. Okay. Good. Awesome. Okay, let's come in here and just put torches all over the place. I've got tons of coal. If I even run out of coal one day, smelting up all this iron, I can always make charcoal in unlimited numbers. Run away. Oh, God. Should have juked. Don't just run in a straight line. Zigzag. Pretend you're being chased by a crocodile. I can't zigzag when I run up a hill, though. Okay, he's over there. He lost interest. I think this is the right direction to take, though. My armor's about to break, but I've got replacements. Okay, zombie. What we might do... Oh, man. Okay, he's coming. I got to fight him. Okay, got him. What we might have to do is just run away from the skeletons. Maybe try to lure them into the lava here and there. Because eventually we are going to... Yeah, I'm down to 14 arrows. I had 30 not too long ago. So I've just cut my supply in half, which is not a good use of our resources. We can light up this, though. This little section here. We will have a firm foothold in the ceiling of the Cavern of Sky. And then we can keep expanding, get all the iron. And then the job after that, we have to expand. We have to go after... Oh, spider. We have to go after the gold and the diamonds. There is a huge cache of gold and diamonds, which we can use to build whatever we want to use. Okay, you I'm going to try to time. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, good. Whew. Let's put a torch up in here. There's a zombie chasing us. Give me a feather. Need to make arrows. I have picked up about a dozen arrows, or a dozen feathers, which is going to get me about 36 arrows. So we might be okay if I encounter... Oh, I think I saw a skeleton's head. Or is that the edge of a block? That is a block. Okay. It's okay. It pays sometimes to be a little bit paranoid. There's nothing there. It's fine. If there is something there, well, you just avoided some damage you might have taken otherwise. All right, let's try to get up onto this ledge, light that up. Oh gosh, something fell. Run away. And I got 40 arrows left here. I guess we can go ahead. These refill 5 though. I think I'll wait for one more little chunk of damage until I get just an... Oh, there's a creeper. And this is not a good idea, running into the darkness, because I might get cornered by a skeleton, and that could turn into a bad situation. Okay, but we did it fine. No. Okay, thank you. I think we have a pretty good foothold here, though. So what we want to do next, we want to start harvesting up all this iron, and I want to start planting trees, and we're just going to push through one step at a time, and we'll remove the lava as we go as well. Might have to replace a little bit of it. But I think the first few hurdles have definitely been leapt over. We've got the iron, we got the wood, we got the coal, we got lighting sources, torches, and glowstone. We've got a renewable source of food. We have the basics. We got the basics, everything we need. From here on out, we just have to go after the endgame materials, the gold and the diamonds. Ooh, ow! Right in the face! Okay, there's another mushroom soup gone. My chest piece finally broke. We have expanded into the floor. I mean, we're still fighting here and there, but as I want to say marshmallows. Why do I want to say marshmallows? As my mushroom production increases, and this is sort of a, what do you call it? Like a exponential growth kind of thing. Once we get a certain critical mass, I'm gonna have tons of mushrooms, more food than I know what to do with. Until then, I'm gonna have to be a bit stingy with it. But we're getting there. Okay, let's run back here. I have removed one of the lava buckets, and we're just going to move forward piece by piece. That part should be fairly straightforward. I've got more iron already than I know what to do with. We've started growing trees down here, and want to terraform it into something nice and peaceful and lovely and relaxing. Okay, so next time, we need to move farther into Kaizo Caverns, because there are other resources we want. We want the gold. We want those diamonds. We're going to have to do some exploring and some sieging, some combat. We're going to have to assault the later parts of this map. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned to see what happens next. We'll see you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.